Gypsy Rose's parole lies backfire as authorities step in. Gypsy Rose Blanchard's social media break unravels as a cover-up after authorities step in for her parole violations. Allegations of online harassment, intimidation tactics, and calculated distractions expose a troubling pattern. From dramatic announcements to silencing critics like Ivory Rose, Gypsy's web of manipulation is unraveling, and the consequences are finally catching up. But how did a young woman, once seen as a victim of a horrific crime, find herself at the center of yet another controversy? To understand this complex narrative, we must delve into Gypsy's past, her recent behaviors, and the ramifications of her actions. Gypsy Rose's story began in a world of deceit and manipulation orchestrated by her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Dee Dee inflicted years of abuse on Gypsy, subjecting her to unnecessary medical treatments for ailments that did not exist, all under the guise of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. This tragic situation culminated in Dee Dee's murder in 2015, a crime that Gypsy committed with her then-boyfriend, Nicholas John. After the crime, Gypsy was sentenced to 10 years in prison, where she began her journey of self-discovery and healing. Upon her release in late 2021, Gypsy had the chance to reclaim her life. The world watched with bated breath as she navigated her newfound freedom, often sharing her experiences and struggles on social media. Initially, her posts were poignant and reflective, resonating with many who sympathized with her past. However, as time went on, her online presence began to shift toward a more controversial and troubling narrative. Gypsy's social media accounts, which once served as platforms for her healing journey, began to reveal a darker side. Allegations surfaced claiming that she was using her online presence to manipulate and harass those who critiqued her actions or questioned her motives. Notably, critics like Ivory Rose, who had once supported Gypsy, found themselves on the receiving end of targeted harassment. This behavior raised eyebrows and led many to wonder whether Gypsy was reverting to the manipulative tactics she had learned in her childhood. As reports of her alleged harassment spread, authorities began to take notice. Parole violations are serious offenses, and Gypsy's behavior was increasingly seen as not only disruptive to her rehabilitation but also harmful to others. In response to the mounting evidence, law enforcement agencies stepped in, leading to heightened scrutiny of her online activities and interactions. The ramifications of Gypsy's actions are significant. While she may have initially sought to gain control over her narrative through social media, her tactics have backfired. The authorities have become involved, not only to address her parole violations, but also to investigate the broader implications of her online behavior. This situation has sparked debates about the ethics of social media use, particularly when individuals with troubled pasts attempt to navigate their identities in public spaces. Gypsy's case highlights a crucial intersection of mental health and social media. While she is undoubtedly a survivor of severe abuse, her recent actions suggest that the trauma she endured may have left deeper scars than previously understood. The need for continued psychological support and guidance is evident, as her attempts to assert independence have manifested in troubling ways. Public opinion has also played a pivotal role in Gypsy's ongoing saga. Many followers who once expressed sympathy for her plight are now questioning her motives and the authenticity of her transformation. The initial narrative of a victim seeking justice has morphed into a more complex portrayal of a person grappling with the consequences of her past actions and the darker sides of her personality. This shift has led to a reevaluation of her story by both the media and the public. Moreover, the concept of cancel culture has entered the discussion. Gypsy's actions have prompted some to call for accountability, while others argue that she deserves compassion and understanding for her past. This polarization reflects broader societal debates about forgiveness, redemption, and the complexities of individual narratives in the age of social media. As Gypsy Rose Blanchard faces the consequences of her actions, she stands at a crossroads. The path forward will require significant introspection and accountability. For someone who has experienced such profound trauma, the journey to recovery is neither linear nor straightforward. It is imperative that she seeks the necessary help to navigate her ongoing struggles and confront the behaviors that have led her to this point.